Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a fantastic Father's Day Sunday. Tell you before I get started, I just kind of want you guys to think about something. We've got approximately 2 more weeks left in June, which is the end of our second quarter. And I want you to ask yourself, are you happy where you are today? You happy with your production, the amount of leads you're getting, chargebacks you're getting, handling the chargebacks, referrals, door knocking, phone sales, calling your existing clients? Are you actually happy? I can't give you a percentage, yet I know 50% of you, just gave one, is not sitting where they want to be sitting at because of reasons. And those reasons could be you're not wanting to work as hard, or it's not as important to you. You're not catching on, but yet you're complaining. These calls are very important to every one of you. Going out on the World Wide Web and listening to other people speak. Going to our back service where you guys can listen to the audios we have. Going to our channel to listen to past recordings we've had is going to make you better at what you do. Because what ends up happening is that an agent hears from a friend of his, this is the best business to get into, you make all this money, the commission is great, you can work your own hours, you can come and go as you please. Yet if you do not have the eye of the tiger, you do not have discipline, and you don't have that want to be successful, it doesn't matter what business you get into. You chose this business. And the only way to make this business work better for you is 3 words. Go to work. Learn more stuff. Practice more stuff. Get in front of more people and just totally screw it up. Make some notes. Call your manager up. Call me up. If you do not reach out to somebody who's hired to you to ask them for help, you're trying to have your ego outweigh your butt. What ends up happening is that you're not going to be as successful as an agent who goes the extra mile to learn, try, and ride with their manager. So, I got that off my chest. Third quarter's coming up. With what I just said, think about what you want to do different today that you want to do different tomorrow. Because everybody knows when you continually do the same thing over and over again and get the same results, you know what you're doing is not the right way to do it. Meaning either tweaking your presentation, stopping some words you're using, and some of the things I'm going to go over today I know will help you when you're either visiting with a client face-to-face or visiting with somebody on the phone. Now, some things will pertain to just face-to-face, like reading their body language, yet a lot of the stuff's got to do with agents who do whatever type of field work they want to do. Now, most of the people we deal with are, let's say, over 65, sometimes we're over 70. And what ends up happening is that when you got too much high-octane gas in your tank, you're going too fast. You're trying to go from the beginning to the end in record-breaking time. You think you're running a sprint, and the faster you tell them all the information, and the quicker you get it off your chest, you feel you're going to make a sale. And sometimes you do. It just depends on the person. The large majority of the people we deal with, you got to tap those brakes, guys. You got to slow your jets down. Keep that high octane in you, but learn how to control the tone you're speaking in. If you're using any type of voice inflection words to get a point across, are you giving them eye-to-eye contact? What happens is that people, they sometimes buy your carrier, yet I feel 95% of the time they're going to buy you. They're going to buy based on how you visit with them, speak with them, listen to what they're saying, not veering off to left field and right field. being dead on the reason why you are there. You've got to tell the people, listen, I'm going to be your coach today. I'm going to be your financial advisor today. I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide you making a great decision on the reason you sent this card in. Okay? I've even told people, listen, just sit back, enjoy the ride, put your seatbelt on. I'm going to go over a lot of information. When there's something comes up that you're not sure about, I don't want you to raise your hand. Just interrupt me. This is a very informal get-together, and I want you to know that we're family now. My job is to help your family. Your job is to help out your family, and together between you and I, or you, your spouse, and I, we're going to come up with some game plan on a program that is something you want, need, desire, and most importantly, something you can afford. Does that make sense to you? You want to get those head nods, get some yeses going. Now, I believe I'm a face-to-face guy. I'm a face-to-face guy. Can I sell on the phone? Yes. Yet my comfort zone is looking at you eye to eye contact. I like sitting next to you when I'm going to do my presentation, when I'm going to show you my flip book. And I like touching. I like touching on the arms, the legs. I want to give them some energy that I've got going on to them to where they're feeling that I feel for them. Now, in sales, in general, you've got to know your products. You've got to be prepared for something they're going to say or a comeback. When they ask you a question, please don't go, well, don't make all those noises. They ask you a question. Why does this cost so much? And now it's not the time to ooh and ah and make all these noises and scratch your head and say, well, I don't know. You're going to sit and say nothing. You're going to sit and take a soft step backwards, think of an answer, and tell them. The price is high compared to what? Okay, we can go over all that stuff later. But you need to have an answer for them that is a logical answer to make them happy. Because if you do not answer their questions correctly as you're going through your sit, what you're going to do is that you don't realize they're keeping track of you. They're grading you on the way you're coming across with what you're saying, how you're saying, the type of information you're giving them. The thing about it is that you can be sitting right in front of them and they're going, damn, I asked him a question, he didn't answer it. Or the question I asked was a dumb answer. Okay? And you can find all that stuff out at the end when they don't buy from you. You can do the old doorknob close and tell them, you know, son, just out of curiosity, I've been doing this for a while, and I was kind of curious, what prevented you from actually moving forward today to buying something? And I want you to please be honest with me. I've got big shoulders, kind of tell me. So if I'm doing something wrong, you can help me out. Hey man, you got to do what you got to do. Okay? If you don't record yourself, you got no idea what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and what you need help on. So record yourself. Listen to you. Tell stories. People like hearing stories. People like hearing facts. People do like hearing facts. Yet people would rather hear those facts blended in with a story. Because if you're a good storyteller and you can tell them the reason why you're there, the reason you believe in this here. An agent came in years ago and said, you know, Joe, never done this before. Yet, you know what I'm going to do is that when I go to a house, I'm going to let them know my real life experiences. I said, well, tell me about it. As well, I was only 18 years old. My dad passed away. My mom didn't really have that much life insurance, so she had to borrow some money from my uncles. And fortunately, they had a couple extra dollars to help bury my dad. That's the story right there. And it's a true story. And when you're coming across with these stories here and you're telling people this here, what you're doing is that you're trying to hit their brain and their heart. To me, it's the 12-inch rule. 12 inches from here to here most of the time. Because they've got to make a decision. They got to feel it right in their heart to where they'll sit and say, yes, I want to buy from you. And it takes time. You're not in a marathon. You're not in no fast sprint. You're there to sit and give them information in a manner that you feel that they're understanding what you're saying. That's why I believe when we're speaking with people, pause, do you have any questions? Pause, is what I'm saying making sense to you? Okay? Now, I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to go over the different programs that are available to you in our area. My company that I work for has all the top carriers. I'm an independent agent. My company contracts with all the greatest carriers around here, and they take the shopping out of it for you. So I've got all the carriers. I'm going to ask you some health questions. I've got a little rate calculator that I'll show you in a minute how it works. And from there, it's going to show me the program that is best fitted for you and the least expensive program. Now, what you got to do when you're speaking with people, you got to mimic what they're saying. I don't like saying I've got cheap programs. I don't like that word cheap. Yet, if the client says, man, Joe, I can't afford much, I need something cheap, I'm going to use the word cheap. I've got 5 different plans here, and they're all relatively cheap. The bottom one is the cheapest, so I'm going to go over with that you later, okay? People want you to be like them. In life, you want to be around somebody who's like you, okay, that you feel comfortable with, and you also want to be around somebody who's a little bit different that you want to be like. Not somebody you don't want to be like, because those people there you kind of show the side when it comes to business. When it comes to people, they want to be around somebody they feel comfortable with, somebody that can talk their language, somebody that talks like them. So whatever words that these folks are using with you, try to pick up on those words and use them back. Because inside of their brain, there's something telling them, I like this guy. I like this girl here. And what you're doing is you're just repeating back certain words that they chose because you're smart. You're getting the same point across, and you're actually making them feel more comfortable with you. Trust is everything. Your trust meter, when you go in the house, has got to keep go higher and higher and higher, and that has got a lot to do with just listening to them, speaking with them, not to them, asking them open-ended questions to where they feel they're part of the conversation with you. I like looking at body language, okay? I can't sit still. I've had 4 cups of coffee, I'm rubbing my face, my eyes, my legs. That's just me. But what I will tell you is that when I go into a house, I know that's called showtime. I know I can't be rubbing my nose and my face and all that stuff there. They tell me, Joe, you can't be doing this here when you're speaking to a group of people because you're messing your face up and they don't see your face. I got my style. You have your style. What we need to do, we need to tweak it. So when we go into a home, you're still acting like you want to, yet you're there for a mission. And that mission is to help their family out, as well as help your family out by bringing home a sale. Okay? Now, people got body languages. And when you see people talking to you and they're over there looking out in left field, looking out in left field, they're looking at their watch and they're picking up a piece of paper and holding it. I'm going to give you some breaking news. You do not have their attention. You have not captivated their brain to where they want to listen to you. So you got to stop, reassess everything, find out not why they're doing it there, okay, but you need to kind of figure out why they're doing it, and a lot of it's got to do with you. You could have gone out in left field. You could be talking about something that doesn't even relevant, because what ends up happening when people are a little bit nervous, agents, and even people, clients, when they're nervous, they tend to go off track because they don't feel confident to move forward because of the way the person's looking at them. I've gone to big houses before when I got in the business, and I'm going, oh my God, this guy's got all this money. They're not going to want to buy nothing for me. I'm just a little final expense guy. Oh my Lord. And I sit and I beat my brain walking to the door. I knock on it kind of like hoping they don't answer the door because I don't want to deal with them, because in my mind, they don't need it. They don't need it. I go that door now, I'm banging that damn door, saying, hey, Joe Ciaccio's here, come on outside, you want to buy something. What ends up happening a lot of times is that you have older folks living with their children. You don't know. Sometimes people got these big houses, don't have as much money as what you think they do. Sometimes people who live in these big houses just want to buy a little $25,000, $30,000 life insurance policy because either they were told to, they don't have a lot of liquid cash, or it just makes them feel good. What we do is a feel-good job. We're making them feel good, so when they go to bed at nighttime, they put their head on that pillow, they got comfort knowing that God forbid something happens to them that night, you did your job, they provided for their family in a proper way, and if they pass away, well, if they want to, they know they've got enough to take care of whatever funeral and other expenses they got. Okay? Let's keep on. Have patience with people. Sometimes they're going to ask you stupid questions that you're going, oh my God, where does this question even come from? You're going to have people that are going to ask you questions because it may not be something that you said. It could have been something that somebody else told them. Either they wanted to make sure that person told them the truth, or they weren't happy with that answer and they're looking at you for guidance. Try not to deviate. The hardest part about any job in sales is staying on track. If I didn't have these notes in front of me, I'd be all over the place because I'm here with you on camera. When I'm in a home with a person, I'm thinking, my brain is in an autopilot situation. I'm saying to myself, Joe, you got to make sure you tell them the truth. I kind of think there's news cameras watching me all the time to make sure I keep myself on track. I'm making sure that camera watching me is recording everything I'm doing. So when I leave, I can look at that camera and say, you know, what type of job did I do? That camera lens does one of these here and says you did good, or it does this here and says, Jojo, you messed up. The more confidence that you have when you're in with a client. And the only way for us to have more confidence in what we do when we're in the house or on the phone with a client is you got to know what you're speaking about. You can't be just thinking of something, pull something out of the air and bring it in. You got to practice this stuff, guys. You got to know your stuff. You got to know your cheat sheets. When they've got this illness, what carrier to go with. If they don't have a checking or savings, you got a direct express card, who do you go with? We got cheat sheets for all that stuff. Once you learn that stuff, and once you feel more comfortable, you're going to come across better, more like a professional. Your words are going to be more articulated. You're going to think before you speak. You're not going to interrupt people when they're speaking. You're going to listen to what they're saying. You're going to write down some notes if they say something. These are the things that people want to where they feel they're making a great decision using you to protect their family. It's not all about price. You can come out with the cheapest damn price around. Okay? You can tell them this company's been around for 477 years. They're an A+++++. They pay their claims in one day. People are hearing that. Yet if you cannot convey that from your stomach, it's got to come from your stomach, guys. You got to have that. Got to have that passion that when you're speaking with them, you're telling them, I'm going to be with you every step of the way. My job has just started now, and my job's not going to be over until that sad day comes and your son Anthony and your daughter Marie, I'm hitting the soft spot now, they're beneficiaries, they're kids. When Anthony and Marie call me and tell me my dad passed away, my mom passed away, she left me a note here to call you, I need your help. That's when my job really, really starts to help your kids out, to give them the advice and coaching that you wanted when you picked me today to be your agent. A couple more things. When you're speaking with somebody face to face, you can't do this by phone. You can email what I'm going to tell you to them if they're on their computer. I like to have company brochures with me. I've got an idea in the beginning what carrier I'm going to put my client with. I got an idea. They're in great health, no heart attack, no stroke, no nothing. I'm going to go to my favorite company, pull out one of those brochures. They got COPD, emphysema, lupus. I'm going to go to that carrier, pull that one out there. They had a heart attack a little bit over a year ago. I'm going to pull out that brochure from that carrier. Because when you bring out a brochure that's either 2-colored or 4-colored, it looks impressive for you. The client is saying, man, this guy's got some nice brochures. He's not saying, oh, that carrier has got nice brochures. He's saying, Joe's got nice brochures. Look at this guy here, honey. In their mind, they say, man, he's giving us these brochures. And what you can do, you can highlight some things before you give it to them. This is the company I'm going to be putting you with today. Blah, blah, blah. And they're looking at you and they go, man. I'm going to close it now. What I want you guys to think about is that I want you, the newest movie out now is Top Gun. That's the elite of the elite. That's the top 1%, okay, of the guys and women who fly those jets. And when I watched that movie there, guys, man almighty, I said, I wish I was 18 years old again. I wanted to get in the damn cockpit and fly with those guys there. It's just invigorating. So think about this here. I want all of us to be in the top 1%, to be better than our competition. Let the client know that what we do, we're doing it from our heart and our soul. And we're there to help them and make them feel special. And when you put yourself on that pedestal, that you're going to be the best, you're going to try to be the best, you're going to be a Top Gun agent. Believe it or not, and this is a true fact. This is a true fact. People will start buying more from you because you're coming across that you really feel what you're doing is the best thing. You're not stuttering, you're not sidestepping, you're answering the questions, you look at them direct in the eye. I'm here to help you and your family out. You're telling them stories, you're making notes, you're showing them brochures, you're telling them congratulations, you've been approved. Those are the little small things that they all add up to where a person says, yep, Joe, I want that one there. I want that one there. That's how the job is run. So make it a great day, guys. We love you. You need anything, you need a different carrier. An agent called up Jay first thing this morning and said, Jay, I got a term product I got to write. Jay sent him a couple different brochures, sent him Prosperity. He looked at it, already got back with Jay. He says, man, Jay, I didn't know that it was this simple to write an application for term. I thought term was harder. They're all about the same. So if you need something, want something, call Jay up or Sierra. We're here to help you guys out. Hit them hard, drive careful, be safe. Bam. Top Gun it, guys. Bye-bye.